What's up, everybody? Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to the African superstar family. It is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back at it again, another live stream. Happy New Year. Yes, this is my first official Happy New Year message. So I hope you guys are doing great. Obviously, I've been busy for the past couple of days, and we'll get into that. I want to first say a big shout out to the customers of the AfricanSuperstar.com. I want to also give a special shout out to all the African Superstar music lovers. Several of you guys have already purchased my brand new EP, which is For Every Action, There's a Reaction. Let me see if I got the link here. I have put the contact details in the box if you have yet to get it. I think you should definitely get it. I heard a lot from you guys in the comments. The views are going up on the video. I recommend, if you like that music, you like what I'm doing, you like the quality of my videos, that you go ahead and support independent artists, because obviously it takes money to do it. The more resources I have in that fund, the more music I can do, the more videos I can do. And obviously, my music is a strategic, move on my part. So I'm going to talk about that because that ties into the topic of this video. But I do just want to acknowledge all of you guys that already went out and caught the EP. I had several of you caught the EP in pre-order stage. So before it even dropped out, a couple days before it dropped out, you went and showed your love on bandcamp.com. The link is here. If you have not purchased the EP, go get the EP. It's hot. It's fire. I have other new tracks on there that you have not, that were released on the first, as well as some of the other tracks. Come Chill With Me, Heartbreak Wednesday, and Liar 2022. So show your love and support. Go to Bandcamp, cop the EP, and let me hear that you love it. And also follow on Bandcamp. That way, when I drop future music, you will get an email, an update, and everything. Today, I want to talk about how I begin to address things that I don't like. Now, obviously, those of you guys watching me know I'm quite an opinionated person. I'm quite a Lord have mercy. They doing some work. I'm like, what in the world is happening? Sorry about that. I'm quite an opinionated person. I'm quite a vocal person. I'm quite a bold person. But in effect, me having that perspective, I'm also a very, oh my goodness, guys, hold on. Let me see if I can get my microphone. My landlord is doing work in the building. He's renovating some other units in the building. So that's what all of that commotion is. Let me see if I can put my microphone on so that because it's quite loud from my end. Let me just see here. And then you guys let me know. Okay, guys, can you hear me with my microphone? If you can hear me, let me see a number one, please. I had to get the microphone out because they brought out the damn saw in my building and it's quite loud. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me see a number one in the chat room. Quick, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know before I get on this topic. What's up, family? I see several of you there. I need to know, can you hear me with the mic? Hello? Can you hear me? All right, good. Thank you, Queenie. Can always count on you, sweetheart. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. I see you, Blockavelli. Happy New Year, family. Happy New Year to the African Superstar family. We're back at it again, entering 2023, walking into 2023. Much love to you guys. My gift to my platform was brand new music. Yes, I dropped my EP on New Year's Day. And I want to talk about this topic, which also ties into the EP. So obviously, like I said, you know that I'm a very vocal person. You know that I'm a bold person. I'm an opinionated person. I'm a thinker. But what I value the most about myself, to be honest, what actually differentiates me from millions of people is that in my strong opinions and in my ideology, I prioritize implementation. Huh? I prioritize implementation in my life. Okay. And in effect, the topic of this video is how I address things I don't like. Okay. I immediately take that problem or take that issue and begin to formulate the way forward, the solution. How can I address it? I don't just want to be, as you know, there's an African proverb that says the empty barrel makes the most noise. Okay. And basically that it's the people that, you know, they're always out there, they're very flashy. You know, scammers, in other words. I mean, a lot of these scammers, they fit that bill. What's up, Yayo? What's up, family? Happy New Year to the family. I'm in the building. We back at it again. And, you know, have you guys ever seen, this is the second trivia question. I got a lot to say today, guys, and a lot of viewers. So make sure you guys like the stream. What's up, family? Like the stream, support the stream. You got to cop the EP. I need y'all to cop the EP. If you love my video, my new video, for every reaction, there's a reaction. You need that in your collection, fam. Support independent artists, because you've got to convert the problem into a solution, guys, because that's the only way the problem gets solved. One of the problems that I have dealt with, and a lot of you guys have dealt with, is, for instance, like low quality music. I'm a music connoisseur. And I love old school music. I like a lot of, you know, acoustic music. I like artists that are really, you know, they have a love and passion for the music, are talented, they write their music. These kind of things are things that move me. I'm into lyrics. Obviously, you guys will probably be able to deduce that from my music, because I have very, very unique lyrics that I take time to pen myself. Okay. This is how I began to address the issue of crappy music. I said, okay, you know what? Since I'm going to do music, let me be very intent with my image, my lyrics, the quality of my products, you know, and be the driving force behind that. I've learned from a lot of people that went before me. It's why I choose to be independent, because I don't want the outcomes a lot of them have found. How I began to address the things I don't like is by seeking to solve the things I don't like. There are big problems that you may not like. Okay. And to that, you can't change some of them. For instance, if you're in America and you don't like the president of the United States, you can't do anything about that within your own power. Okay. But there are a lot of things. I mean, the solutions might be dramatic, but you can solve your problems. And I think a lot of us, you know, we could be so much more productive in life if we had this mentality of, okay, the things I don't like, I'm going to at least do something to try to address the things I don't like. You know, I must say, even with all the love and support of the family that I get currently from you guys, because, you know, our music lovers are growing, and I'm so happy to see that. But I also make sure I'm really trying to give a high quality product to people that want to patronize and listen to my music. You know, I'm not cheap with my music videos, with my recording. And I definitely take time, and I'm actually an artist, you know, because nowadays a lot of people just steal from other people and they just knock other people's style. I have my own style, my own sound, you know, because it's original. So I want to make sure, you know, I spoke to Honesty a couple days ago. Big shout outs to the family. I got some of my friends, they actually, you know, good friends, call me, text me on holidays and things like that. So I heard from Honesty, and she was talking about the video and, things like that. Honesty is also one of the people that bought the pre-order. Huh? Shout out to the family because I looked at my video and I have a lot of views so far, like over 500, and I have a lot of comments, probably close to 40 comments on that video. And I thought, man, if all y'all that was saying that you love the song and you done listened to it multiple times, if y'all went to Bandcamp, hello, and cop the EP, that would be very helpful for me because I actually have been working on new music for the past 3 weeks. Okay. My goals are to release another 10 tracks during 2023, which means subsequent music videos. All of that stuff takes money. I am the number one, investor in my music currently, but I think other people that are enjoying it, why not? Why not support independent artists that you want to hear this kind of music? I heard from some of my family in Bermuda. Shout outs to all my family in Bermuda. Shout outs to everybody in Columbus, all my loved ones and everything in Ohio. Heard from some of my family in Bermuda, and they were like, yo, Gina, this is amazing. Like, I love your music. And some of my friends were sharing it on Facebook. I know Mind, Body, and Soul TV shared my, the track on her Facebook and everything. This is how we begin to address the things that we don't like. I'm addressing, as small as I am, bad music by creating good music. And again, I listen to my music. I rock to my music. For every action is a reaction. That's my jam. Okay. Literally, when I'm in my house, I know my neighbors. I play my music over and over and over and over and over again. I love it. Like, I absolutely love it. I sing it, I play it. And it's great because I'm like, this is kind of music I like. And I got that idea from Adele, who said, when they asked her how does she, formulate hit songs, how does she determine which songs of hers are going to go on her albums and stuff, she said, I make art that moves me. When I can feel the sensation from my music, if I listen to it and I cry, or I listen to it and I feel energetic, or I listen to it and it's like, wow, this is really meaningful, that's how I know that it's a powerful track. And that's also the advice that I take when I'm making art. I don't release anything that I don't feel is really good. I feel like everything that I'm putting out is good quality, great visuals. I have an amazing team here in Ghana. Shout out to everybody who has contributed and worked together. For my EP, I did my epic album cover with Joseph Mayer. Shout outs to Joseph Mayer. An amazing. I told him I wanted iconic album cover, and he definitely provided that. Shout outs to Gladys from Masterpieces Beauty Clinic, that amazing hairstyle. I kind of gave her some pictures, and there wasn't actually a picture of that specific style. I said, okay, we're going to put some Bantu knots in the front. We're going to do the loose hair in the back. We're going to do gray color. Okay. And, Gladys always delivers. The hair was amazing. It was perfect for, my vision of that project. And naturally, last but not least, we cannot negate the importance of an amazing videography team. Amazing. ONAB Studios, ONAB and SK, they're partners. They have shot all of my music videos here in Accra, Ghana, and it's amazing. I think ONAB and I have gotten to, we are very in sync in terms of how my project should look. And he's very creative because we've had to like improvise. You guys will probably be surprised. I might do another video and talk about some of the behind the scenes of For Every Action There's a Reaction. Members only have access to the actual, day of the shoot and things like that currently on members only. But my concept for this project was a bit different, and we had to, change it up that like a couple days beforehand. But I'm very, very happy with the final project. I know I've talked a lot about the music because this is relevant, but in essence, guys, this is how you begin to address things that you don't like. If more of our people took this initiative we would see change, you know? And not only that, we would live more fulfilling and robust lives. You know, if we actually looked at our problems as things that potentially could be solved, and then we actually work towards solutions and we actually solve our problems. I can tell you, as someone who solves my problems, it is the most gratifying thing. It is the most gratifying thing. Some of you guys may be experiencing problems that you have had for a long time, and the problem just seems like overwhelming, and you know, in the back of your mind, you just really think you can't solve it. I think, for instance, like a lot of Black people, that's how they feel about racial things that happen and racism. You know, especially Black people that have grown up in the diaspora, they literally feel like there's nothing they can do to address that. It's just a part of their life that they're just going to have to endure. And I'm here to let you know that that's not true. Now, the solutions are dramatic, you know, and many of you will tell me, well, Gina, I can't do, you know, you have your reasons why you think that you can't deal with it. But you know, I'm living proof that if you're willing to solve even the most grandiose of your problems, you can do it. There's always a solution. I think for many people, the solution is not something they want to actually do. You know what I mean? They're not willing, they're not ready. They just rather sit there and complain. But to me, complaining about the problem and not solving it is very useless. As I continue to build my catalog of music, you know, it's amazing to me because I can actually be part of the solution, produce quality music for other people to enjoy, be a role model, you know, to other people, to other young people, to other young artists, maybe, you know, because that's what it is, guys. That's how it starts. All influential people, prolific people, this was how they had to do. What's up, Andy Brown? Happy New Year, family. This is my first official live stream of the new year. Obviously, you guys know I was busy with my EP. I dropped a brand new 6-track EP on New Year's Day. So obviously, the music video is here on the channel. The EP is available on bandcamp.com. And I've been busy with that, promoting that. I do also want to say, yeah, I'm an independent artist. There is no manager, there is no record label, there is no marketing team. So, you know, if you've seen my adverts online, if you've seen the post or the reels, I'm doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all of that. Um, but I think it's a labor of love. And I think that, you know, the more that you utilize yourself, the more you feel so accomplished in life. When I look at the things that I've been able to accomplish, I'm very, very impressed, to be honest. I'm very super impressed. I was having a conversation. So yesterday I ended up going to this Black Star Line Festival. Okay, so this is really hilarious. Okay. Thank you, Andy, for the well wishes. Much love to the family. Like the stream. Okay, like the stream, guys. You only gotta do a couple things on this channel. Like the stream, support the channel, support my endeavors. You can send a physical gift or shop at the website or buy music. Huh? Okay. So yesterday I ended up at this Black Star Line Festival. Okay. You guys will probably be surprised, but I'm really out of the loop a lot of times with things that are going on, what the diaspora is doing here, because I'm kind of, you know, on my own path and doing my own thing. I actually heard about this festival through a very huge you know, public figure or Instagram person named Shaka Bars. So some of you guys might know Shaka Bars. He's got an Instagram over 1 million followers, and he does a lot of amazing things. Currently, he's built housing and worked with orphans in Congo. He's gone to the aid of, you know, people affected by the war in Somalia. He builds schools all over the world. He writes books. I mean, he does a lot of things. He's doing a lot of things. So he posted on his status that he was going to be at this conference. And, you know, he posted it the day before. And I just wanted to see him. I didn't know what event it was. So when I got there, naturally I went full kente, huh? What? Because the African superstar, she shows up. I went in full kente cloth. Yes, I did. And all my, all my Ohima necklace, my whole everything. I was decked out yesterday. I might get some of the official pictures back. There was a lot of photographers photographing me. So anyway, so I get there and I get there to this festival. And unbeknownst to me, this rapper named Chance the Rapper is hosting this festival with another rapper from Chicago called Vic Mensa. Now, I don't know these people. This is the first time I've ever seen Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa. I didn't know anything. I literally went to the event because I knew Shaka Bars was going to be there. Also, Kwame Nkrumah's daughter was there, and a lot of other people. They had some pretty prominent people in tech. Forgive me, I don't know everybody's name. They had some people, some filmmakers came. They had this amazingly stunning Netflix um, executive there, as well as a former NFL player. I think his name is Sam Barrett or something like that. And I was listening to Chance talk about his first trip to Ghana, which was just last year, and how him and Vic Mensa decided to put this festival on because they realized that there was no festival in Africa with these Western artists, and there's a gentleman, obviously Vic Mensa, it is a Ghanaian name. He's actually a Ghanaian that was raised in America and he does music. I don't know any of their music, unfortunately. So he does music, and he was saying that one day it dawned on him that he had traveled, to Amsterdam and, all around the world before he had ever performed in the nation of his origin. And he thought it was crazy, which it is crazy. It absolutely is crazy how we don't have a preference for our own people and our own stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy that that's not innate in us. I mean, I know that we're not groomed to think like that, but it's still crazy that we put everything before our own industries. We put everything before our own people. We put everything before our whole, it's ridiculous. So anyway, they got to having this conversation, and they were like, okay, let's do this festival. So this conference I went to yesterday is in conjunction with this Black Star Festival, which they're having apparently a huge concert here, which I just learned about yesterday. And they're doing a big free concert. I believe it's this weekend and stuff like that. Um, but I really applauded their efforts, and I just want to say that the reason I went to the conference, like I said, was because of Shaka Bars, and he's a stand-up man, and that's why I wanted to go, because I love how he's someone who he's a direct to public kind of person. He's someone who doesn't he doesn't really need the support of the mainstream media or governments or anything to do whatever he wants to do. He finds a cause, he takes it up, he takes the personal initiative to make sure that that thing is facilitated, to make sure that that thing is completed. And he's been able to accomplish so much in his life because he doesn't need that middleman. You know what I mean? He just goes ahead, he gets his support. He's very well known. He knows loads of celebrities and all kind of prominent people. And he if you don't know him, look him up. He's doing amazing things. I know most recently he's in the Congo. He raised, I believe he said he raised some several million. And he built over 25 homes for people that were affected by the volcano in the Congo. And then he also does a lot of work with orphans, feeding them, housing them, all this kind of stuff on his own. It's remarkable. But I tie all this into, how do we address things we don't like? Okay, because we have a lot of like passerby people. Okay, I know that for a fact. I have a lot of passerby people, even on my channel. And it's really sad because the needs are so much, guys. And we could actually do so much if we just decided to do it. Okay, not waiting on anyone else, not, hoping and not rehashing the problem, but taking that problem on and saying, okay, I'm going to make this strategic move towards it. you know, because if we don't step up, there's no contesting what is happening. You know, in this world with social media and stuff like that, you can actually cultivate your own audience. You can find people that are passionate about the same things that you are and things like that. I mean, that's what I've done here on YouTube. That's what I've done with this channel, for instance, and even my previous channel is I talk to you guys about things that I'm passionate about, and it resonates with you because you also like the same things. I don't have some Ku Klux Klan member on my channel trying to convince him about my truth. You know what I mean? I'm speaking to an audience of my peers, and that's all I really want to communicate with. Anybody else's can come here if they want, but this message is not for them. Which means we have more power now than ever to be effective and productive in our endeavors, because we can go direct to public if we need to, you know, maybe solicit crowd support, or we're producing a niche market or product. We can go directly to the people that are interested in those things and patronize them. You know, certainly I would say if I were an artist that couldn't utilize social media, I think it would be much more difficult for me to get visibility. And I think this is why a lot of people had to partner with record labels and stuff, because independently trying to get visibility is difficult. But this social media tool, see, is very powerful. It's very powerful. This is how you solve your own problems, guys. This is how I've solved so many of my problems currently. Like, it gets to the point that when a problem confronts me, it's not overwhelming. It's more or less, okay, how can I facilitate this? How can I work this out? How can I sort this out? It's almost like my very next, action that I take after a problem arises or after I identify a problem. You know, it's not like, woe is me. I can never, oh my God, my life's messed up. And this is why I think in the West, for instance, a lot of people, this is how they deal with their problems. They get bad news. And have you guys ever heard of a situation that has happened? Maybe someone's committed suicide, or someone has, you know, taken violence as their action. And you think to yourself, well, that wasn't even that big a deal. Like, you could have dealt with that. Let me see a number two. If you've ever seen somebody just deal irrationally with the problem, you think it's minor. Like, for instance, there was a few months ago, it was in New York, I believe. There was someone who shot someone in the drive-thru because their French fries were cold. And when you think about that, you're like, okay, there's a myriad of things that you could have done as opposed to shooting the cashier because the fries were cold. That is no reason to shoot someone. Just in case you don't know, if any of you guys are irrational, you come across my channel, shooting someone over this thing, that is a minute problem. Okay. And I think if you can put your problems into categories, you know what is a huge problem and you know what is a minute problem, a small problem. Your fries being cold is no reason to start shooting at anyone. Let me just tell anyone who finds this video. Some of the relative solutions to that problem would be, you can take the food back, you can get a refund, or you can ask for new fresh fries. If you don't have the time to deal with it right then, maybe you're on your way to work and you're like, okay, I don't, my break's only 30 minutes, an hour. I really got to get back. You can ring them up and say, hey, I just came through. My fries are cold. I had to go back to work. I can't. I'm going to come pick up my fries on my next come. I know back in the days when I used to work at McDonald's, for instance, they had like a little book. Okay. And if there was a problem with the order and, you contacted them, they would put it down. Oh, Big Mac with no fries, free complimentary. So the next time you come in, they can just look at it and say, oh my goodness, Andy's fries were cold last week. We're going to give him a free fry or whatever. Okay. Now you done shot somebody. Now that person, it could even be life threatening. Now They're going to have medical bills you're probably responsible for. You're going to have the cops looking for you or arresting you. You're going to have a case. You could potentially go to jail all over fries. It doesn't make sense. You know, I always advocate for my audience to solve their problems in smart and intelligent ways. Even if you want to take revenge, I do not recommend violence. I recommend much more strategic things that you can do to respond to any situation. But when it comes to your problems more specifically, you need to solve them. That is how I deal with things I don't like. That's how I deal with things I don't like. You know, and even if the problem is huge, like, so for instance, right now, you know, a lot of this music nowadays is very crappy. Because that's what the record labels want. I mean, obviously, we know this is what Kanye's been talking about. Kanye's been talking about how, you know, certain type of music is incentivized and certain type of music is promoted. And I've even watched documentaries which say that a lot of these record labels have private investments in private penitentiaries. Okay. So they use the music as the method to, you know, promote violence, which is going to lead to you being in the penitentiary, which is going to make them money. Okay. And I don't put it past them at all to do that, because really, quite frankly, you know, with the violence that happens in America, allowing this kind of music and promoting this kind of music is very, very counterproductive. It makes for a very unsafe environment. You would think to yourself, why do they continue to make this kind of music? Why don't record labels say, no, we're not going to put that music out? I mean, they know how to censor you here on YouTube. Hello. If you talk Pan-African stuff, pro-Black stuff, they know how to take down your platform. Huh? But music that's all negative, violent, degrading, that's fine. No, it's all strategic, guys. But I still feel in a position of power because I'm deciding, you know what? First of all, you don't have to patronize that kind of music. Okay. If you are an artist, you can make good music and put good music out there for other people that like good music to listen to and enjoy. And, you know, you can support that. You can support artists that are doing that, you know, and that's absolutely what you should do, you know. So I believe that taking action is the way forward. You know, I just can't stress it enough. My New Year's goals, I don't really do resolutions. I just kind of do goals that I want to have throughout the new year. My New Year's goals is to be very productive and to avoid distraction. You know, I want to use the majority of my energy towards solving my problems. I want to, obviously, I'm investing heavily in the music. So I want to see some returns from my music. But I need to, again, make good music, make good videos. My audience will come. You know, with social media, it's very, very achievable. Big shout outs, family. Big shout outs. What's up? You know, with this topic, this comment that Brown Coat Blue, he says they freeze out anyone not willing to be street enough, like the whole Coco Jones situation. You see, this is why I never really wanted to do media as a whole in the West, because I knew they control the narrative. Okay. And I need to be free. Now, with this social media space, I get to do what I want to do. And with my music, I have 100% creative control. You know what I mean? So I don't really have that style that's very pop, you know, the current popular style. I don't have that. But I have a unique style. But I know if I were a record label, they would be giving me, you know, this and that and telling me this and that. And they wouldn't be allowing me to say the kind of things I want to say. Obviously, in my latest track, one of the most powerful lyrics that I want people to hear and I want young people to hear is, money doesn't solve every problem. You guys that watch me, you know that that is a very heavy theme in my life, because I think that obviously when you're governed by money, you lose your integrity. You're willing to do any and everything for money. And the reality is that money doesn't solve every problem. That is absolute the reality. Some of you guys that you feel like you haven't hit your financial goals, you want to argue and be like, no, Gina, well, it does, and it does not. It does not. There are people with millions of pounds, millions of dollars that are troubled, that are unhappy, that are depressed, and blah, 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 that are lonely. Money does not solve every problem. It's a fact. It makes life comfortable, it provides your daily needs, but it doesn't solve every problem. And that's definitely not a message that the mainstream will want to push, because they want these young people to be diehard for money. It also perpetuates the economy that you need to grow up and work and have a job and be a slave. All these things for money. If people actually were like, I could live a more modest lifestyle and do more things I enjoy, do things I love, that might affect the economy as a whole if it was perpetuated. But that's what I want to say. And that's what I have the liberty to say, because I am an independent artist. Yes. So if you guys have not yet checked out my, the title track for my EP, For Every Action There's a Reaction, it's all over my community tab. But I will put all the details here. I would really appreciate those of you that claim that you love it. I would really appreciate those of you that claim that you love it, because I looked at the comments, and it was, like I said, it was about 40 comments. And I was like, wow, if all of you guys just went to Bandcamp and got the EP, that'd be some nice little change. I would actually cover the expense for my next music video. For those of you guys that do have the EP, the next tentative music video is Shades. So I know, for instance, I heard back from a GK. A GK loves Shades. Shades is also another one of my favorite. That's one of my new tracks that I put out on the EP. Shades is scheduled to come out on Black Love Day, which is February 13th. Yes. So we will be shooting that video very soon, probably the course of this month. That's the game plan. So obviously, if you like the music, go on and show some fiscal support. I'm always going to challenge y'all. And you know what? I feel like I can do that, to be honest with you, because I'm someone who walks it like I talk it. You know what I mean? So you guys know I could be trusted. Can you be trusted? And if we do direct to public, okay? So I'm making music with basically, in my opinion, a political message. Black love, the continent, very mindful lyrics and all that. I can come to my audience and say, hey guys, I want to do this. I need your support. You guys do it to me. We do it like that. We don't even need no middleman, and everybody benefits. You guys get good music. Young people get good influence. You know what I mean? I get the funds for the music, so I don't have to go to no record labels. So I don't have to take no dodgy investors. You feel me? Because you know that they're not going to let us in the mainstream do what we're doing. Big shout outs. What's up? Tuco, what's up, family? So that's what I talked about today. How do I address things I don't like? I just set out to solve it. I just try to find a solution to whatever. Big shout outs. What's up? This is actually the link to the official music video. So on New Year's Day, I dropped the whole EP, which is 6 tracks. 3 of those were previously unreleased, and the other 3 have been previously released singles. And then I dropped a brand new music video for every action there's a reaction. So, and it's probably one of, I like all my projects, to be honest. But I love For Every Action There's a Reaction. I love the video. I love the song. It's amazing. Some of you guys knew that I could sing a little bit. I'm not Whitney. You feel me? But I got a little vocality. Yeah. So I was really feeling that tune. The beat is amazing. And I think, I'm just overall very proud of the song. I really love it. So if you guys have not yet checked it out, I recommend that you go check it out. I absolutely compel you to cop the EP. If you were in the comments saying that you loved it, I compel you to do that, and then we're going to release Shades next. And I'm excited about that too because I have an amazing concept. For those of you guys like, oh my goodness, do you have a manager? Do you have a director for the videos? No, I do everything. I'm my own stylist. I tell, my team what I want, what I need, blah, blah, blah. And they help to facilitate it. They're excellent at doing that. But yes, I'm the conceptualist behind the whole everything. I write my own music. Yes. I do find beats. I go look for beats online. I listen to for every song I do, I probably listen to, you know, dozens of beats to try to get the right beat and work everything out. But I have been working. I'd say over the past 2 weeks, I've began about 3 new songs. Yes, yes, because my new game plan is to release again on my birthday in June. Huh? What? See your girl is. I'm already. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm about that. I'm about that. Walk it like you talk it. So I've already been working on new music that I want to prepare a new project by June. So, we own it. We own it. So you guys can expect me to be doing my thing. And I just do ask for obviously the support of the African superstar family. Okay. So, yeah, guys, that was today's topic. That was today's unpopular opinion. It's unpopular because nobody promotes you to solve your problems. Everybody promotes you to medicate your problems. Everybody promotes you to pray and be patient, ignore your problems, talk about your problems, get a petition, and none of that works, guys. Huh? None of that works. You know, this is a new year for some of you guys. New Year's is like a time for you to, reflect and start your life and all that. Well, I mean, if that's the case and you've been hoping and wishing for things to change in your life, it's not going to work out. The only reason that I'm able to do the things I'm doing and get results is because I'm doing what I need to do to facilitate that change. And also, when those things come, the obstacles that are synonymous with being uh, a prolific person, I continue on. I address the obstacles and go on. I'm like, this isn't going to stop what I'm doing. This is not going to stop what I'm doing. I refuse to let it stop what I'm doing. Anyway, nonetheless, I'm moving on. I have an appointment soon that I need to get to. So, family, that's today's message. And I hope you guys are doing great. Again, Happy New Year from the one and only African superstar. I gave y'all a gift that nobody else was giving. I dropped a brand new EP for my audience. Huh? Who's doing that? Nobody. Zero. Zero. Everybody else already released their music before Christmas. No, me. We do the new year. You feel me? Next year, don't be surprised if you see a bunch of artists try to release on New Year because a lot of these people out here are just faking. All they do is look at other people for inspiration. All they do is copy the next person. That's okay. I don't really care because in my case, I can continue to morph and reinvent myself. You know what I mean? I probably it's highly unlikely. I'm not interested in record labels or anything like that because they come with stipulations. And that's what I don't like. You know, I don't like nothing in life is for free. I rather do my own thing and have the creative control and be a smaller scale than be a huge scale and be lacking on the backside. See, because a lot of those people, a lot of those artists that are big, they have no freedom. They can't speak out. They can't even do what they want to do, and they're only getting a little percent of the deal. You see, I've already done the math. You see, by me being independent, with a smaller audience, I stand to gain more than me having a huge exposure but getting a small proceeds, you know. So, I mean, probably the only potential deal that maybe I might maybe would be probably like an 80-20 split. You know what I mean? 80-20, and I'm getting 80 and they're getting 20. So if they're willing to do something like that, maybe. And the other thing is, I really don't have a desire to be extremely famous. I don't want to lose my privacy, and things like that. So I'm more than happy being, a local artist, as long as I can benefit from my music directly, then that's good enough for me, because I'm actually doing the music because I love it and it's fun. I'm not doing it to be seen. I don't need attention. You feel me? So yeah. But yes, I know people have brought this up to me a couple times already, and they're like, "Yeah, you was." I don't think so. I think I have a long track record of not selling now. Because if I was doing what I want to do, if I was doing what I'm doing for money, if that was the sole motivation for what I'm doing, then I would have sold out a long time ago to make it more profitable, just like everybody else who is doing that. Even people in the Pan African space, you see how they sell out because they're doing it for money. Yeah. They start out like this and then they change course like this. They was talking about this and they're like, "Ooh, that's too controversial. Let me talk about something more fluffy. Let me do something more trendy. Let me do something more popular." Yeah, that's definitely not my repertoire. I'm doing it for the culture, so to speak. And I like doing what I want to do. That's why I live in Ghana. I want to have freedom. You know, that's why I want to have freedom. So anyway, let me move on. I really need to get off here. Big shout out to the family. Thanks to everybody who watched today. Again, the latest in the news is, guys, I dropped my EP on New Year's Day. Please do go and support, especially if you claim that you love the video. Go watch the video, go comment, go cop the EP. Simple. If you haven't listened to my music yet, at least check it out. You know what I mean? That's all I ask of you. Also, when you go to Bandcamp, make sure you follow me on Bandcamp, because that will give you specific information when I drop music. So for those of you guys that love the music, that's what I need to do. Yeah. I actually don't know, Andy, because I was not on the Daddy Christmas, you know. I was not into that. But obviously, there's plenty of YouTubers that are doing all of that. I always recommend you guys go to, the source for the things that you need. I'm not an entertainment channel. And, I don't do a lot of fraternizing here with a lot of people. So I actually wasn't really in the throw of the Daddy December and all the music festivals and everything that went on. I wasn't even there. So I can't give you content on where I wasn't. But like I said, I know. I mean, pretty much you can go here on YouTube. You can type in Daddy December Ghana, and you'll get lots of YouTubers that covered it. So all of us don't need to do the same thing here on YouTube. I have my own content style, and I recommend that whatever content you're looking for, you find the people that can provide that, not try to get someone whose style is different to go do that. Yeah, because that's not me. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, family, I gotta go. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.